Okay, welcome everyone to the campaign playthrough on hard difficulty. Last time we beat Mama Myra with Growth. Today we're facing Brock, also on hard mode, and we will be playing the Mech Legion. I will be following my 4v4 guide for Mech, more or less. I'll do some adjustments to make sure that it actually works. Brock is the fighter that does only... He only builds fortified units, so he'll be weak on every wave that deals impact damage. So wave 4, wave 6, wave 10, wave 13, 16 and 18 as well. He always starts Mudman, that's fine. On hard mode, his mercenaries have 25% damage reduction, which makes them a little bit more dangerous, but not enough to really cause any trouble, I think. I might be wrong, but I think I recall the first two missions on hard being really difficult, and then it sort of got easier. So yeah, Pyro is one of the classic mech units. It's a reasonably bulky, but definitely not a tank unit. It deals magic damage and it deals splash damage. So you basically want to make sure you hit the entire wave with it, and you commit for AoE. And AoE units have the strength that they deal insane amounts of damage on waves where there are many units, and of course they're very weak on boss waves. But they are typically very strong, especially in Classic, because you will get many sends. You need to be careful, however. If you leak, you typically leak the entire wave and not just 2-3 creeps, which makes it very, very punishing if you make a mistake. And now we have the epic battle of the Mudman versus Wave 2, which only takes forever and then 3 more days. So yeah, Pyro holds the first 3 waves on its own, as I said in my other video, where I did a bit more... Well, I went into a bit more detail about what to do on which waves and stuff, so... if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out, especially if you plan on playing Mech in Classic. I suggest you check that out. Ooh, nice. I'm going to leak this Brute, because, well, reasons. But sending a Brute on 3 versus Pyro is a horrible idea, precisely because what you're seeing right now. I'm leaking only the Brute. I instantly cleared the entire wave. Now I can push workers, and it's going to be a long wave, so I have a lot of pressure for him for next wave. And I will just send a Brute because impact damage against all his stuff is very good. And now he is going to be in trouble on next wave, and this leak is very small, so it doesn't even really hurt me. The only problem... No, I do get a veteran. Perfect. So yeah, I'm building a veteran as a tank for the Pyro. I'm building it behind because, once again, Pyro has a bit of range, veteran is a melee unit, so... You know. Build it behind for a bit more efficiency, but you could probably get away with building it in front here too, because it's not that decisive. Ooh, and we see that the Mudman was hardened last wave, so it takes 15% extra damage from all sources, and 3 flat damage extra, because he hardened on wave 3 for some reason. I didn't expect that, and I didn't check because I'm lazy. Ideally, I would have checked and then known that I should send here, but since I already knew that he was going to be weak this wave, I already knew I was going to send here. And yeah, that's why I didn't pay any attention. But it's of course a bad excuse. You should, once you've sort of learned how your build works, you should always try to check your enemy's lane and figure out what they have, when they might be weak, when they might be strong, and so on. So yeah, I'll try to do that, but I was busy talking about how awesome my pyro is, so I think I can be excused. So yeah, I'm adding the APS. I could try to go for the second pyro, but my money doesn't really work out as well as I would hope for. So potentially next wave will be a bit tricky, but I'm sure there will be a way around that. So this time I'm checking. Okay, he did not harden because this is basically his strongest wave. So he did something right. But as I said at the start, he'll be weak next wave. All his fighters are fortified armor, so they take a lot extra damage from impact damage. Actually, impact does 115% extra damage against fortified armor. You can bring these tables up by pressing F11, but I usually play with them disabled just because I know the numbers by heart. So this wave might be a bit problematic because my veteran is weak here, pyro is a bit weak here, APS is weak here, and these bazookas won't tank, but at least they deal good damage. So I hope to somehow survive this, but it's not going to be ideal. That might be fine. So he added a pilgrim. He's most likely going to leak, so let's see if we're leaking here. I killed one already because the bazookas deal a lot of impact damage. I think we'll end up being alright. Well, we'll leak one creep, I think. One creep and the brute. That's alright. That's okay. I can... Yeah, he's leaking more than we are, so I'll chop that up as a win. Yeah, this will not even really be a lot of king damage. So let's see. Looking at his fighters, I kind of want to go straight for wave 10, because then he's very, very weak on wave 10. But it's kind of a long way away, so I might decide to send on wave 8. I'm not quite sure if I want to do it or not. I'll build another veteran because wave 7 is kind of strong against me. It depends on what I get. I mean, he has a lot of impact damage, which is very weak on next wave. Because it's... Okay, with this send... I'll push, and if I get a cannoneer in income, I will send it. He did not harden, sadly. But a cannoneer is good against all of his stuff because it deals impact damage. So I would hope to get it, because I don't like starving myself too much. This is also a thing that most newcomers do. They tend to pile up their lithium for way too long, and then they lack income, and then they don't scale very well and stuff. So yeah. I'm building a Zeus. It's not strong here, but I need to build something, and I don't want to build a Tempest because it has no synergy with my other units. And I didn't have enough gold for another Pyro because I wanted to go for 10 workers, so I got the Cannoneer in income. I probably didn't need to, so this is a slight mistake. Ideally, I would have just gone for another Pyro here, but whatever. Such is life. Okay, he did not harden again. That's a bit weird, because he is very weak on this wave. Let's see, maybe he's right and he's just holding easily, but it does not really look like it. Well, it's not a great leak, but it's going to be a leak. Well, that's fine, I'll take it. So yeah, ideally, as I said, I have 2 pyros for wave 8, so you can be very sure that you don't leak wave 9. With my setup, I can now very easily leak wave 9. So I need to be very careful. I hope that this long wave and my setup actually triggers him to send... on fire. To send here, because 2 pyros are really, really strong on wave 9. They typically just burn down the wave as if it was made out of paper or something. So I will shift some gold here, so I can either build a Millennium for 10 or a Berserker and more tanks. I want to keep my options open. And the 80 gold isn't going to help me a lot here. Okay, very nice. With this send, I can actually just push a worker because I know that this will be fine. Well, that doesn't take into account that his mercenaries are stronger. But it should still be fine. Okay, let's see, did he harden here? He did not, okay. That's fine, yeah. As you can see, I'm holding easily. How long does he need? I would love to send a pack leader. Come on, come on, come on! Ah, easy. And by I would love to send a pack leader, I mean I would love to send it before the income, because that does give me the 40 income for this wave. So I could send a snail, and I typically would do it, but on wave 10 this sometimes causes the pack leader to get sniped immediately, and I might leak, so I will just do another king attack upgrade. Because king attack upgrades are very strong on wave 10, obviously, for the reason that it's just 1 unit. So this might feed him 25 shutdown gold, because I'm very weak here. But such is life, you know, you can't have everything. Yeah, he's leaking very big. This might even cause the game to end here. Am I leaking? Yeah, I am. Okay, whatever. I don't really care. Shut down. So my plan is to take Venture, because it's a very, very strong thing, and when you get Ascend on wave 10, you can almost always use the Venture to get a big advantage in the game. Yeah, he's taking a lot of king damage, and that gives me a lot of gold. Very nice. I'll even push a worker, even though I leaked. So I'm considering sending on wave 12, and you might be confused, why would I want to send on wave 12? There are 2 reasons. First of all, Venture. I don't think a bot would take it. I'm not quite sure if the bots are improved enough to take Venture. But the second reason is, okay, all of his stuff is fortified, and the wave does pierce damage, but the wave is also swift, and his only pierce damage are these anglers. So the pierce damage he has is almost non-existent, unless he upgrades 1 into a kingpin with very low stacks. So... okay, he took Protector. Well, in that case, I will just go for wave 13. Okay, we don't need Tempest. I'll take Yozora. I don't need any more Peewees. I will take Sand Badger. I don't want Berserkers, because Rangers are better for my build, I think. So yeah, I mean, as I said in my Mech guide video thing, try to reroll for... definitely try to reroll the Tempest for something good, which I did just now. Okay, I'll upgrade the APS here. Upgrading APS is almost never worth it unless you have like a lot of units around it and the chance to double buff certain units with APS and MPS. Because the MPS buffs the attack speed by 18% and the APS by 12%, but the upgrade is very expensive. I'm just doing it so I have 1 more tank for my triple pyro to deal some damage here. Okay, he's sending me here. This should be a free hold. These are also, this is very high on the list of famous last words. This should be a freehold, proceeds to leak 100%. Okay, so he added a great boar, so I'm very happy I didn't send. And that is actually his only, yeah. So I'm sending a Ghost Knight because the boar is his only spell damage. Everything else is just, yeah, auto hit damage, like normal attacks. And the Ghost Knight takes 30% reduced damage from auto attacks, which makes it a very, very strong send. Especially if players like Brock decide that they want to build a lot of impact damage. And the Ghost Knight deals impact damage as well. So it's a very good send against him. And then I get 100 more Mythium, so I'll send the Cannoneer once again. Same logic as on wave 8. And that should theoretically end the game. As you can see, he's attacking the Ghost Knight, but the Ghost Knight is tanking forever. And that's crazy. So he's gonna leak huge here, and that will end the game. So yeah, you usually, I mean, the trick against Brock is, as I said, sending on his weak waves that deal impact damage. Sending on 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 usually works very well, and it usually wins you the game pretty easily. I wish you, I mean, this is killing him, and even if he has like 60% King HP, this just kills him. Victory. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. I wish you good luck in your games, and I will see you in the next video.